Welcome back to Kansas City. Today, we're going to talk about something that most of you level-funded brokers out there may already know, at least the ones who have been doing this for years, who have sent hundreds of thousands of dollars back to their clients. The new brokers, the ones who are just getting their feet wet, the ones who are on the fence about working with their clients for level funding. Folks, we're going to address 5 myths today. 5 myths that either the big carriers or the fully insured players don't want you to know about level funding, what they are, how to address them, and how you can best serve your client and grow your book at the same time. Without further ado, we're going to go into the first of those myths. The first of those myths is that it is way too complicated. Well, folks, level funding or its ancestors has been around for decades. Companies across this nation have been using it, and roughly 40% of now small companies, as defined as under 100 lives, are or have been on a level funded program. There are a couple of things that you need to know. The biggest thing you need to know is that self-funding, level funding, has a thing called a risk transfer, and there is a claims account on those, which in general is the client's money. Now with ATA, it's always the client's money. I'm trying to make this a little bit more broad for all of level funding. So that money, if it's not used, is retained by the client. The next big thing that you're going to need to know about the myths about level funding is that the surplus isn't really real. A lot of people think the surplus is just a marketing shtick. Well, it may be for some carriers, especially the Wall Street ones. But the smaller players, the mom and pops, or the ones like us that are still family owned, we treat those dollars as sovereign. The surplus is millions of dollars that's sent back to the clients over the course of one of our plan years. And folks, we are not enormous. Realize how many dollars are able to go back to Main Street by utilizing that mechanism. The surplus is real. And folks, we've got pictures to prove it. We've got brokers who have sent back millions of dollars to their small towns. It is one of the most incredible things that level funding does. And from your chair as the broker, it gives you the ability to write new business with the referrals from the business you've already produced. It is an engine for the broker. Big carriers don't like it nearly as much because they are addicted to taking your client's money. Well, folks, if you're a broker for Main Street, you're fighting for them. That's Main Street. Myth number 3. Level funding is, or self-funding is not made for small group. It's only for the big boys. Well, I'm here to tell you if that's true, then we've been doing it wrong for a little over 3 decades because we've been serving Main Street operators with a level funded chassis, or what has become the level funded chassis, for decades, for longer than some brokers have been alive. So if there's still guys out there saying it's not for small group, realize they're either not talking about the current market, they don't want a new competitor, or they don't want to learn. A lot of people in this business are fat and happy, and they're happy taking additional monies from their clients. If you're wanting to go fight for your client and do what's right for them long term, you can build a beautiful life, but it's harder in the beginning. Myth number 4. Now, this is the opposite side that I'm seeing new carriers come into the space and pushing this, which is saying level funding is just like fully insured. Wrong. It is not just like fully insured. It is harder than fully insured. Any carrier or any general who says it's going to be just the same, folks, get a different carrier if they're telling you it's going to be the exact same. There is more risk with level funding. You don't want your clients to leave early. There are minimum attachment points if they have firings or if they have a massive hiring boom. There are re-rates in these things. This is a self-funded plan. Now, every carrier does it slightly differently, but in general, it's much more complicated than fully insured. But if you're listening to these conversations, you're smart enough to handle it. I'm betting on you. Now, myth number 5 is that it's too risky. Well, we've had clients here at ATA for decades. They are extremely happy with how this has worked for them. And the hundreds of thousands of dollars we've been able to put back into their clients' pockets to keep on Main Street and out of the pockets of the aggregators or out of the pockets of the Wall Street elites who are trying to buy everything up. Those 5 myths. It's too risky. It's just like fully insured. It's too complicated. The refund doesn't exist, and you can't do it for small group. We can smash those with a hammer because we've been solving the solution for Main Street operators while providing surplus for decades. And if you want to grow your book of business while keeping massive amounts of money with your clients, so that those dollars turn into referrals for you so that you can serve more of their buddies, more of your friends, and more of your hometown without surrendering your sovereignty to some massive carrier traded on Wall Street. We're here to help. If you have other myths or other major objections, I am ready to hear them. I'm happy to chat about it. And if you love level funding, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you out there. Bye-bye.